Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel, Cleaning with Kiki. As you can tell by the title, you already know what we're talking about. But before we get into that, if you are not subscribed to my channel already, please go ahead and subscribe. Also, if you're able to, can you make your subscription public? I would love to know each and every one of you that are subscribed to my channel. And also give this video a thumbs up. Okay, you guys. Yes, by the title, I was homeless. I was in a homeless shelter when I was 19. I'm not going to go into the details as to why I became homeless because that is irrelevant. That is in the past, and it is what it is. And also, y'all already know I am pregnant, so that is why I'm breathing like this. But yes, I was in a homeless shelter at 19. And at that point in my life, I just felt like, what did I do, like, for God to punish me this way? And I remember, it's like when one thing would go good, it's like I would go like 5 steps backwards. And I remember when I was looking, because in the shelter that I was at, you had 3 months. So you really had to be doing what you had to do so they can help you. So, which I love, when I got in there, they was like, help yourself so we can help you. And so I did everything that I needed to do. And as I was trying to tour for apartments, I was getting denied because of my age. And I remember this like it was yesterday. I was at work at that time. I was working at Walmart. And I had ran to the bathroom because I heard the apartment complex. I saw that the apartment complex was calling my phone. And I said, hello, expecting good news. But he said, due to your age, we are denying your application. He was like, I'm be honest, no offense to you, but in my apartment complex, I done gave a lot of young people chances and they don't pay their rent and they just skip out on me. And I don't want to take that chance. And I remember begging him and I was like, look, I am not like other 19-year-olds. I don't have mommy and daddy to run back home to, if I, if I can't pay the rent, like I have to, this is it, I don't have parents to run back to be able to just be like, I'm not going to pay my rent. Who cares? I'll get an eviction. I'll just go back home to my parents. And I just want to clear up, my mom passed away when I was 10. So it's nothing to do with my mother, nothing to do with my father. But anyways, so he just told me, he was like, you know what? I feel for you, but sorry, tough. Life is tough. And I remember being like, please, like, can you just give me a chance? And he's just like, sorry, click. And I was just looking like, oh my God, I only have a few weeks to, get out of this shelter. And long and behold, like, I got my first apartment. I got approved for it. And so at a different complex, obviously. And it was like, as soon as I got the approval letter, I go into work and I get fired. And so my manager, thank God, God works. So he everything that he does is all for your good. Like, the scripture is true. Okay. A few months, like my first month into the shelter, for some reason, I was talking to my manager, and I love my manager at that job. Like, oh my God, she's the best. But I didn't understand why God had me tell her I was in the shelter. I didn't know why. And so the day that I got fired, she had to fire me. She was crying in the office, and I just remember looking up to, like, basically looking up at the ceiling, but I'm looking at God. Like, I'm just looking up to the heavens like, God, really? So how does this work? I get approved for my first apartment, and after receiving so many no's, and then I lose my job. And I'm crying. I just say, you know what? Because she's like, I apologize. Like, I really have to do this because my attendance, I got fired from my attendance because I was trying to search for an apartment, trying to hurry up before my deadline ends with the shelter. So I missed a lot of work. And the days I had off was when the rent office was closed. So I really had no choice. But yeah, she was apologizing, and I said, you know what, it's okay, I understand. You know, you got a job to do. And y'all, soon as I walk out, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I just cried, and I just said, okay, God, all right. Before the bus could come, because I walked to the bus stop, another manager comes and chases after me, and she says to me, she's like, come back in and we're going to work something out for you. When I tell you, after receiving so many no's, get my first approval letter for my apartment, get fired, and then get rehired in the same day. They went ahead, she told, I guess, like her boss or whoever was ahead of her, like, hey, she's in a homeless shelter. This is what she's been going through. And they was like, okay, we're going to erase her points and, you know, go from there. And I remember thinking, God, I was like, you know what, God? You are so amazing. And I remember she was like, are you good to, you know, work today? Because if you can't, I understand it's a lot. We just fired you and, you know, you going through all these emotions. You can go home if you want to. I said, are you kidding me? I ain't going home. I'm getting my money. I told you I got this apartment. I'm good. I wiped my tears off, cleaned my face up, and I went back to that register and I started scanning again. And I say all this to say, whenever I feel like I just don't feel like cleaning, or I don't feel like being a mom right today, I just want to be, because I just want to be me, and I just want to, you know, chill, whatever. I always remember the time that I was homeless, you know, because this is before the marriage, this is before the children, you know. At 19, I only had myself, okay? But every time I feel like I don't want to clean up, I think about how blessed I am. How blessed I am to, you know, be able to, you know, my only stress throughout the day is like, I gotta clean. You know, it's not what it used to be in 2019 when I was homeless, where I was just begging God for a place. And so when I start being like, I don't want to clean up and stuff, I think about what a blessing it is that I have the opportunity to clean a house, because before I was asking God for a house, and now that He blessed me with it, I'm going to take care of it. And so I just love going back to that memory, because that was a blessing in disguise. You know, that was a hard time in my life, but I am so blessed that God allowed me to go through that, because I am blessed for everything that I have. I'm not looking to see what the people on the internet have, and they're in their luxury apartments or driving luxury cars and stuff. And that's a blessing too. Not saying that's not a blessing, because I'm happy that they are blessed that they're able to afford that. But for me, I am just blessed that God blessed me with a home. I have a house that I'm able to clean. I have a car that I'm able to drive in and get to and from my destinations. It's not a fancy car, but it's a car that gets me to where I'm going. I'm not riding that bus no more. Not waiting an hour for a bus anymore, and it's taking all day to get from just one place that I'm going to. Like when I rode the bus, you really had to debate, like, dang, do I really want to go to the store? Because I can wake up at 9 a.m. to go to the store, but by the time the buses and stuff and taking all 3-4 different buses just to get to one place, by the time I get home, it's about 6 o'clock. Like, so I am blessed for everything. And so I encourage you, you know, if you don't feel like cleaning, to get up and just to think about, you know, the homeless people that you see on the side of the road. You know, they wish their only stress was they didn't feel like getting up and cleaning their house, or they didn't feel like washing their clothes. You know, even when I don't feel like being a mom, I remember praying to God and asking Him for a family that will love me unconditionally, and, you know, a family that will never leave me. And long and behold, he blessed me with my husband and my children. And so I am just so blessed. So the times, and I know it's hard, y'all, because it is tiring and your emotions are valid. But to snap you out of it and give you that boost of energy, just remember all the things that God has blessed you with and get to it. So if that bathroom need to get cleaned, like I'm doing in this video, go ahead and clean that bathroom. You deserve a clean bathroom. But yes, I'm going to go ahead and stop talking now, and I'm going to go ahead and play some music, you guys. God bless you.